help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Any verbal, written, or physical conduct that can be interpreted otherwise is considered violation to objection. Respect and support the players, coaches, and officials. If you would like to become an official or a coach, please stop by the scores table and information will be provided to you. In the meantime, please help make this an enjoyable game for all by staying positive and cheering for your team. Would everybody please rise and remove your hats as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. And now for the Falcons starting. A junior, number 1, Olivia Tedeschi-Morin. A freshman, number 3, Kyla Bucco. A senior, number 10, Madison Cornier. A senior, number 11, Kylie Abigail. And a junior, number 25, Maya Riccio. Cranston West is coached by Cranston Santiago and Rob Acosta. And now for your Westerly Bulldogs. A 5'4" sophomore guard, number 1, Kate Westerly. A 5'6" sophomore guard, number 11, Juliana Boyce. Sophomore forward, number 12, Lily Dorman. 6-foot junior point guard, number 14, Ryan Keller. 5'6" junior guard, number 25, Sid Hayes. Westerly is coached by Sue Hayes, Merrifield, and Ryan.
Hello one, hello all, and welcome to Federico Gymnasium for this regular season finale. The Lady Bulldogs welcome in the Cranston West Falcons. Folks, the final of this game does matter. Seedings matter, playoffs up front. We'll get into all that later. Not that I really truly have any answers. The ladies are on the court about to get this party started. After all is said and done, the regular season finale, Cranston comes in just one game ahead of the Bulldogs, who can jump them with a victory. So, like I said, there's about 6 teams in the bottom third of this division that are within a game or 2 of each other. So this final game could matter in the end. We'll get going and see as Riley Peliquin is set for the tip, and we are off, folks. Opening tip to the Bulldogs. Haight quickly ahead. Gorman underneath. Voisinay gets tied up and loses it. So Cranston West will take possession for the first time. I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer owner Shane Blanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio. And straight to the hoop, up and in. Takes it herself for Cranston West. That's number 1, Moran. Voisinay has it to the baseline. Peliquin's 3 is good. Bulldogs open up from deep, and they're inbound, picked off by Rafferty to Voisinay, and it is good. Bang, bang. Bulldogs got 5 off the hands of Peliquin and Voisinay. Over the top, though, Cranston West able to break the defense, and there's a whistle, probably a foul, I do think. Went out of bounds, and let's Let's see what happens here. We have a breakage in play and a timeout already on the floor. And that's a very early timeout. Peculiar, but the Bulldogs striking twice quickly. And I'm going to say, folks, I watched all of their warm-ups, and they were shooting really well. Not that warm-ups are always a great indicator, but if they're any indicator of tonight, the Bulldogs look real sharp. And like I said, the Bulldogs have so much to hang their hat on this season. So many positives. I know you look at the end of where they're at or whatever in this Division I train wreck of a division as far as equality goes. But everyone gets a swing at the playoffs. I don't quite understand how it breaks down online. It looks like there's a round of 16, but there's only 15 teams in the division, so clearly that's not the case. I do know generally the bottom four play in two play-in games. The winner of each moves into the actual playoff brackets. So winning or losing this game could matter as to whether the Bulldogs are in that group. Where they sit coming into tonight is in that group. A win, like I said, jumps Cranston West, puts them in the group. So until all the games are finished, which won't be until later on this week, all updates, the Bulldogs do stand the possibility of having one more game in Federico Gymnasium if they're forced to play in the play-in game, and they happen to be the higher seed. Obviously, the goal is not to have to play that game. So right up to shoot again, up the middle, this time fouled, and we'll go to the free throw line. Again, it's Moran, and that was a soft foul. So to the line, first free throws of the day, 5-2 score. Front end is up and off the mark. Live on the release, Pelican and Gorman down low for the Bulldogs. The boys tip off 7 p.m. tomorrow on their regular season finale. Second one is good for Moran, who has all the scoring, the first 3 points for Cranston. Bulldogs go the length of the court, a little bit over the top and out of bounds. And those are the little mistakes that you don't want to see, especially this late in the season. You know the Bulldogs are going to come out aggressive. When I was talking about things to hang your hat on, a JV team has them as well. I think the Christmas tournament went well for both teams. That's a great play coming in bounds, and again, fouled on her way up and back to the free throw line. That's going to be Olivia Tedeschi Moran, Jr., so far the focal point of the Falcons' attack. Split the last two, right back to the line we go. Front end is up and is short, much like the last. Live on the release, see if she can split. So by sending her to the line, the Bulldogs have taken an advantage here thus far. And that is short as well. And the rebound comes down to the hands of the Falcons. They'll get another chance. Travel. Didn't hold her pivot, and the Bulldogs will take it. Can't give up those rebounds in second chance baskets. Pelican with it. West presses, and no, none other than Moran gets her hand in. But then from behind, Rafferty picks her pocket. Pelican has it. Turnover for turnover, the Bulldogs end up with it, and cross midcourt in the hands of Hake. All over the place right now. Store outside of Rafferty to Hake, deep three, good! From the same spot as Pelican, just a step behind. And the Bulldogs, again though, over the top after the three-pointer. Moran can't finish, Bulldogs will press, Hake has it. Pelican, other side, head fake, and she's going to get called for the walk. Didn't stop for the fake, and it'll be a turnover, 8-3 Westerly advantage. So the good shooting in warm-ups has continued for the Bulldogs, who have 2 3-pointers and 1 field goal, and that open layup is no good. Bulldog defense can tighten up a little bit here, although they've only given up 3 points. Haig dribbling by everybody, late past the Store, and it's knocked out of bounds by Cranston. Bulldogs will inbound from underneath their own hoop. Bulldogs with 2 team fouls, both against Moran, who is only 1 for 4 from the line. Deep three, same spot, Hake just short, and Pelican able to tip the rebound back to Hake, but loses it temporarily. Pelican, jumper, no good. Bulldogs with a couple chances, Cranston West comes away with it. And they'll push, 3-pointer, number 3, open, good. Wide open, stop and pop, that's Kyla Bucco, only a freshman. on a team with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors. So the Kraken starting lineup as a freshman. There's no sophomores on the squad whatsoever. This is Cranston. Rafferty cuts open in the middle. Nice catch, nice runner. And the Bulldogs score again, 10-6 to score. A lot of energy early in this one. There's always been energy all year long for this young Bulldog team. It would be senior night. We're calling it junior night. That's a turnover forced by the Bulldogs. And they'll inbound Pelican. Everybody coming back next year with all the extra experience they gained this year. Pelican with the overhand picked off into the hands of Moran. Stop and pop off the mark. And Gorman wrestles it away. There's a whistle that should go in favor of the Bulldogs, and it does. They will inbound Pelican as it looks like Cranston's set to press. Pelican will get a little breather as Ariana Aruda enters, and she will inbound. And the Falcons back up a little bit on D. Rafferty has it, far side. Got to be careful with the cross quarter passes, and Hake has it, but it's stripped by Moran. And she's just going to keep it herself. Comfortable with doing that. And almost a strip steal by Alex Storr. Somehow they called it out on the Bulldogs. I thought it hit the Cranston West dribbler, but it did not. And that's a moving pick. There's got to be an offensive foul there. Storr being the victim, and that is the case. These are some tough girls, Storr being one of a multi-sport athlete. Bulldogs will take the infraction and possession. And a whistle. No flow right now in this game whatsoever. Bulldogs got into a little bit of a flow. Referee explaining something. Maybe have to do with the clock. I'm not sure. Ready to get started here, though. The Bulldogs will have possession. Aruda's going to inbound to Hake. 10-6 to score. Approaching the halfway mark, quarter number 1. This production brought to you in part by Wireless Zone, your Verizon authorized retailer. Bulldogs pass around underneath. And Rafferty back to Hake. One step from the corner of the free throw line, no good. Rafferty rips away the rebound, kicks it out. Hake to Aruda. Baseline. Storr gives it back to Aruda. Underneath. Gorman has it. And tied up. There's a whistle. And Cranston West is going to take it. And the Bulldogs will get the next. That was a jump ball. Quick whistle on that. Moran with it. To the top of the key. Cranston can't find much at the moment. All the way to the hoop. And good. I open my mouth. They find a lane. So I want to say all 8 of their points, or 6, are pretty much the guard just finding a lane and taking it. Top of the key. Hake for 3. No good. And the Falcons with the rebound. They're going the length of the court. Nice overhand. And that'll convert. Found a hanger and hitter, and that's going to make it a tie game, 10-10. Cranston West tightens up a little bit. Bulldogs able to cross midcourt. We got a whistle and a timeout. Westerly on the floor. So early on, a game of a couple little runs back and forth, but we got 4.5 minutes in the books, and we are evened up at 10. Players' records, teams' records coming in, 5-10, 4-12 in the division respectively, and they're playing like even teams. The Bulldogs have played teams with really good records evenly, and the Bulldogs seem to improve as the games go on, and that's versus all of their opponents, like I said. And when I say that there's a gap in teams, we go from the bottom 6 best record at the moment being 5-12, and then the next closest team is 9-8, and it works all the way up to 16-1. So I mean that is there's a big separation between the top 2/3 of the conference and the bottom third. And with the growth of a no senior team, you hope to jump towards that middle third next year. That's got to be your goal. Rafferty with it for the Bulldogs. Looking to break the tie. Has it 3. Good off the mark deep. It looked good from the angle, but that a little bit too strong. Cranston kicks back out. Bulldogs trying to close up that lane in the middle, and they use it to the hoop again, and the right-handed scoop is good. Almost all of Cranston's points coming via the same approach, and a blocking foul against the Falcons. Bulldogs will inbound. And Pelican will inbound to Aruda on the baseline. Back down to Pelican on the block. And a little turnaround off the mark. The Falcons have it. They'll press. Forced to slow down. And that's off the mark. This is really where the Bulldogs want to make their attack. Second chance points. Picked off by Hake, though. Going to take it to the hoop. It's up, and it is no good. And she's able to keep it in bounds and finish. Hake with the tiptoe rebound and finish. Ties things back up for the Bulldogs. And with Moran off the floor for the Falcons, you want to make some kind of run if you can, if you're the Bulldogs. And the jumper from about 9, good. Falcons up 14-12, so both offenses looking okay right now in quarter number 1. A lot of action early here at Federico Gymnasium. Final regular season home game. Rafferty to Aruda, top of the key. Swings to Pelican and over to Store. Back under to Rafferty, nice cut, no finish. Hake tries to rip down the offensive rebound. That's a jump ball, and that'll stay with the Bulldogs. Great effort by the ladies going to the floor, as they've done all year long. And it doesn't go to the Bulldogs, so it must have been a foul called, as the Falcons have it. It's a different situation. Yeah, no, they made a mistake there on the floor. Yeah, it's the Bulldogs' ball. That was an official mistake. Had me all confused here. As far as the players weren't a little bit more upset about the change of events. Anyway, Aruda will inbound for the Bulldogs. And she gets it back. Jumper baseline off the mark. After all that, they give it back to the Falcons. Falcons with a 2-point advantage. Moran back in the game. To the near side. No one on the ball. Cross-court pass, 3-pointer. And that is off the mark. And second chance again. And they're going to go to the hoop. Right-handed scoop. Nothing there. And it's clean. Hake has it. Pressing it the other way. Her scoop is off the mark. And the Falcons have it. We're back and forth here. We got a whistle. Player to the floor. Whistle's going to be against the Bulldogs, it looks like to me. That's going to be against Pelican on the arm. And the Falcons with a 2-point advantage. Just under a minute to go in quarter number 1. It's been a great quarter of play, back and forth. Bulldogs with an early lead as they jump to 10 pretty quick. Since then, it's been Falcons have had a little bit of control, if anyone. Moran, their biggest weapon thus far. And working around the perimeter, looking for something outside, nothing there. Seltzer on the ball. Now Moran has it, jumper, fouled. And that is going to go to the Bulldogs as Cranston will turn it over. Away from the ball, number 25, Riccio called for the foul for Cranston, and the Bulldogs will take the turnover. 34 seconds to go. Aruda to inbound to Rafferty. Seltzer out to Pelican. Store swings. And the pass is ripped away. Cranston's going to try to go to the hoop with it. And that one spins out. Bulldogs Rafferty grabs the rebound. Up over the top to Pelican. 15 seconds left. Still plenty of time. Seltzer. No need to panic. Rafferty has it. Finds a little space. Runner. No good. Long rebound goes to the Falcons. They find Moran up ahead, and she will convert. No, it goes long. And that is going to go. That's going to end quarter number one. A back and forth quarter full of excitement, folks. Cranston West Falcons 14, your Westerly Bulldogs 12, and we'll be back in a few with the rest of the action. All right. Welcome back, folks. Quarter number two, just moments away. Ladies back on the court. Quarter number one, full of energy, full of action. Regular season finale here at Federico Gymnasium. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens, Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, and we are live here. Bulldogs trail by 2. And that is going to be a foul called early against Riley Peliquin. A little tic-tac there that we never really like to see. The Bulldogs with 4 fouls as a team here, and Cranston will inbound. And we are set to get started here. And the inbound play, that right-handed scoop shot has been the go-to for several Falcons, and it's good there as well. Bulldogs trying to break the press, overthrow, turn it over, 16-12, Falcon ball. And Moran with it, trying to go to the hoop. That's going to be blown off on the floor. The foul against the Bulldogs, who are tacking up some early quick ones here. Falcons inbound again here. And that's going to be Moran. She goes to the floor. Foul called. 2 free throws ahead. So that is the third foul in a half a minute called on the Bulldogs here in quarter number 2. That's a little crazy. And that quickly, they have 16 fouls. Front end is off the mark. Moran, her weakness tonight has definitely been via the charity stripe. She's done a nice job splitting the Bulldog defense. Madison Pellegrino in for the Bulldogs. Second one's good. Bulldogs will inbound. Gorman trailing by 5. Their biggest deficit so far. Hake has it. Couple fakes, crosses midcourt. Seltzer down low to Pellegrino, who knocks it out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs. Looks like she knocked it out herself. Bulldogs get the call. Pellegrino will inbound. And underneath, 2 Pellegrino pivot step up and no good. Foul goes against the Falcons. And the Bulldogs will get to the free throw line, a rare spot so far here tonight for the Bulldogs to find themselves. That's good work underneath by the freshman. And the front end is good. So the Bulldogs cut in and trail only by 4. Free throw number 2, up and in, 2 for 2 for the freshman, and 17-12 14 the score. Cranston West with it. Back and forth, cross court they go. Nothing underneath. And there it is. I open my mouth. Jay doesn't fall. The baseline jumper. Hake has it. Pushes it ahead to Seltzer, who gets it back to Hake. Pass deflected. Steal made by Moran. Turns around with it. And up and off the glass and in. That is going to be Tedeschi Moran, the junior. A little spin move in the paint. Does it all herself there, and the score back to 19-14. Deficit back to 5. Seltzer to Gorman. Back out Seltzer, lets one go. Doesn't fall, that's going to go out of bounds. Off of the Bulldogs. And Cranston has it again. So the Bulldogs offense has slowed down. And the Falcons starting to get into a bit of a rhythm. Three-pointer open, number 3, no good. Rebound Gorman for the Bulldogs. Hake has it. Passes ahead to Rafferty. Crosses midcourt. Gorman to the baseline. 3 by Aruda. No good, short, gets her own rebound. Back up with it, didn't get fouled from behind, I'm surprised. Looked as though she did. The Bulldogs will retain possession. Aruda's going to inbound. Underneath, Hake, no good. Moran has it. Crosses over, she's going to go and finish on her own, and they'll make it 21-14. Out of there, 21 points. It's got to be just deep 3 by Rafferty. It's good! Big answer for the Bulldogs. That's what they needed. Yeah, the biggest offense so far that we've seen for the Falcons is just pretty much a straight take to the hoop. The runner teardrop baseline, no good, tough shot. Loose ball all over the floor here, and it's going to end up with a whistle and a jump ball, and that is going to go to the Bulldogs. Aruda has it. She'll inbound to Hake, 21-17. 4-point game, 5-minute mark, quarter number 2. We'll be back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. The boys' regular season finale. They're in the whole same maybe play-in, maybe in scenario. We'll get all that info probably Wednesday, and it'll be up on the site as far as any further games here in Westerly, and if and where they're headed anyway. So Aruda to inbound for the Bulldogs. Pelican back in the game. Hake open, head fake into Pelican, back over to the corner. Aruda for 3, no good. Bulldogs with the rebound, right back up with it, fouled to the free throw line. She will go. Ariana Aruda. So the Bulldogs working hard on offense here. Front end is no good, spins out. Live on the release. Second one's no good, rebound Falcons. Falcons in no hurry at the moment. Moran has it. All the way across the court. Back to Moran circling. Kick out. Down under, double teamed. Nothing there. Good defense by the Bulldogs here. Moran in the paint, nice look underneath, and they kind of just fling it a couple times. Bulldogs end up with it, and that is going to do, that's a shot clock violation for Cranston. Good defense by the Bulldogs, forcing the turnover. Only down by 4 here at the 4-minute mark of quarter number 2. Off the Pelican pick, gets it back to her. Voisinette, we haven't seen a lot of her. Foul on the floor, although the runner was good. She's going to go to the free throw line. So she'll have to earn 2 here, front end live. And it is up and no good. Rebound goes to Pelican though and gets it taken away. Falcons now have it. Three-pointer, number 3, off the mark. She likes the spot, hasn't connected, and that is going to stay with the Falcons. And Moran with a 3 in front of the dog pound, off the mark. Rebound, Aruda pushes it forward to Ake. On the ground, Voisinette, stop and pop, and it's short. Running rebound by Rafferty, that's no good either. Moran secures it for Cranston. It wouldn't be surprised if she goes all the way. She does. It looked like a great block, good D by Kate Rafferty. Fouled, and Tedeschi Moran knows how to get her way to the free throw line. She's an impactful offensive player. You're going to either have to try to strip or block clean, foul, something, because she's going to go to. And her field goal percentage is pretty good. Her toughest spot is from the free throw line, so the Bulldogs doing a nice job of making her earn it. Front end is good. She'll get 2. Live on the release, Pelican and Aruda down low for the Bulldogs. 22-17 the score. Both teams in the penalty. And both are good. Biggest deficit of the day, 6. Rafferty with it. Voisinette with the head fake. She's going to do that runner again. This time it doesn't go. It went last time when it got whistled off. It doesn't go this time. Cranston over midcourt, down underneath, finds a little space, kicks it back to Moran. Spin move in the paint, that right hand high off the glass, no good. She gets the long rebound though, and Cranston will start fresh in the hands of Moran. 2.5 to go in the half. Moran with it. And Cranston, not much else going on. Catch it on the run, get a finger roll, runner off the backboard and in. Not much else going on other than Olivia Tedeschi Moran for the Falcons. If the Bulldogs can figure out a solution. 3-point opportunity, and that is off the mark. Rebound comes down into the Bulldogs. They can wrestle it away. They do. Can they get out of there? Ball's loose, and who else? Moran has it. That's the nemesis of the Bulldogs at the moment. I'm sure they'll cook up something at half. Until then, it's control the damage. And there's a whistle going back up, and that's a hold. So let's see what they get. They're going to the free throw line either way. So whether it's 1 and 1 or you get 2 for the shot. 1 and 1 it's going to be. Under 2 minutes to go. 3 substitutions on the court. In comes Madison Pellegrino, Hannah Seltzer, and Lily Gorman. Joined by Juliana Voisinette and Sid Ake. 8-point deficit. Fear of growing. That short rebound. Somehow Falcons come away with it. Moran has a head fake, late kick to get her for the travel this time. And the Bulldog fans getting involved a little bit. They just need something to jump up and cheer for. Some kind of momentum builder. There's been a lot of whistles in the first half that's prevented really any team. But the fact that the reason that they have the lead they have is it really lies in the ability to stop one player. Got to be into the teens for points in the first half. Deep 3 by Hake. Off the mark. Rebound. momentarily in the hands of Seltzer, but nope, turns around, and the Falcons get fancy, throw it away, and the Bulldogs will take the turnover and inbound. Hake is going to inbound it to Storr, who I don't think we've seen take a shot yet here tonight. The cutter, and good. Nice play by the Bulldogs with the whistle. I open my mouth and bang, bang. Storr hits it with the foul to the free throw line with a chance at 3. Man, oh man, I wish I knew when I could do that stuff. So the Bulldogs looking to finish a 3-point play, grab a little bit of energy here, and it's off the mark, rebound Falcons. And they'll press. Head down and protects the ball and possession. Cutting Falcon loses it, out of bounds it goes, stays with Cranston West. That's approaching the 1 minute mark in the half. Lead down to 6. All the way up over the top. Back down to the baseline, 3-pointer open. No good. Rebound off the hands of the Bulldogs, and Cranston West will inbound again. Number 11, Abendroth, Kylie, senior to inbound. To Moran. Turnaround, no D there, and up and under that right-handed scoop layup, though. Killing the Bulldogs. Leads up to 8. Hake has it. Seltzer on the other side. Tries to get it to Pellegrino. Pass knocked out of bounds by the Falcons, and the Bulldogs will inbound from underneath their own hoop. It'll be Madison Pellegrino, the freshman. We are at 39 seconds in the half. Hake has it. Not a lot of room, picks up her dribble. Nice pass, great touch underneath to get to that ball, to that small area by Sid Hake, and good finish by Madison Pellegrino, who will go to the free throw line and try to finish a 3-point play. See if the Bulldogs can't get into the half with a little bit of energy and momentum. Crowd into it a little bit here, trailing only by 6. Live on the release, make that 5. She is 3 for 3 from the line. As a freshman, ice in her veins. She's got the most time as a freshman on the court, although there's been several that have played a lot. Falcons have a big defensive possession for the Bulldogs. Would love a stop and score. And they get the turnover. Hake has it. Presses ahead to Seltzer. Picks up her dribble. Back to around now to Gorman. And it's fouled. Nope, stripped out of bounds. Bulldogs will maintain possession. Shot clock is off. They got 7 seconds here. The lead is only 5. In comes Pelican. Lila Orth, freshman, in. And Storr, her inbound is picked off. Falcons have it, they press. 3, to the hoop they go, there's time, and it doesn't fall. That's the horn, that's the half. And the score, Cranston West Falcons 27, your Westerly Bulldogs 22. We got a game on our hands, folks. I'm going to take a break, and we'll be back for some second half action from this regular season finale.
Today we're taking a hike out to the end of Napatree Point to see what remains of Fort Mansfield. In part 1 of our series, we covered the fort's history and how the Mimic War of 1907 signaled the end of Fort Mansfield. Okay, Shane and I are about halfway out to the old fort, Fort Mansfield. We're going to see what's left of it. Gonna take the drone and fly out. See if we can find one of the gun emplacements that was buried during the hurricane of '38. It's now underwater. We don't know if it's visible or not, but we're gonna take a look for it and see what else is left. In 1911, only 10 years after it had been built, all but 17 of its servicemen were transferred out, and in 1917, the guns were removed and the fort closed for good. In 1926, the last of the wooden buildings were torn down, leaving only the large concrete gun emplacements that are still there today. During the years following the closure of the fort, summer cottages began to be built out along the old fort road, but this would all be changed by the devastating hurricane of 1938, evidenced by all the bits and pieces that you find here. The fort's armament consisted of 3 large concrete batteries. Walking up the base side, the first battery you come to is Battery Crawford. It had 2 5-inch guns. The main battery, Battery Worcester, had 2 large 8-inch disappearing guns. And Battery Canal, which had 2 5-inch guns, was destroyed in the hurricane of '38. You can still see the large pieces here among the waves. Found a very convenient piece of the old fort to use as a launch site for the drone.
It's flying over right now. Wow. I've never seen it from this view before.
Shane and I are out at Fort Mansfield. We're wrapping up. We flew the drone over, and it's a fantastic place. It's a fantastic place to visit. Just be respectful. This is like a conservation area. The sound of surf crashing on the rocks below and the cry of gulls are the only sounds hanging over the crumbling ruins of Fort Mansfield. This historic fort is only one chapter in the long history of this incredible place called Napattree Point. Thanks for joining us.
My first impression of Jessie was that she was really shy. They introduced us, and then I kind of just started asking her questions about herself. The more we talked that day, the more we figured out that we had more stuff in common.
Jana, the most important thing in my life. We listen to a lot of music. Well, we like to sing, like karaoke. Me and her like to sing like an opera pitch level, like soprano. We sing good.
It's like she just kept saying, I love karaoke. I love karaoke. I have a tablet. Do you want to sing karaoke? Like, what's your favorite song? Aerosmith. I don't want to miss a thing.
We were like rocking on.
Jessie is a sunflower. She blooms everywhere she goes. I'm pretty much like a gardener. That's how I look at myself here at the Frank Olin Center and in the world.
The Olin Center was started by a group of families that got together in a local library, and they said, we need resources for our family members who have disabilities. There's nothing available. When somebody's not getting services, that means that usually, especially in the children's area, that their disability can become more profound. There's a ripple effect. If we don't provide sufficient opportunities and supports, it does have an effect on the rest of the community. We exist because we want everybody in our community to live lives of purpose and live the life that they want to live. And we do whatever we can to make that happen. I really do see it as an organization of joy and purpose.
My mom and dad brought me here when I graduated from school. 1999. I think I was 15. I love being here. It's the most important thing in my life because I'm learning more skills at the center, like safety skills, baking. I do a lot of crafts because I'm a good artist. And I got a job when Peter Gorman got me the info working at Bella Vita. That's why I met Maria. She's the most favorite boss and I love the whole world. Love being here, being around with people that cares about me a lot.
I really enjoy what I do, and it makes me emotional because like it's important to see them make a difference in their lives. It's all them, and I'm just here for support.
I wish I could have everybody be a fly on the wall and just experience the camaraderie, the sense of belonging, the sense of respect. The Olin Center is a story of empowerment. It's a story of caring. It's a story of inclusion.
It's more than just a job or a career. It's changed me in a way where it's given me hope to know that like there's good out there.
I wish I could help people really see the difference that they make in people's lives when they support an organization like the Olin Center. It's just fundamental, the changes that they can help to make. These are our friends, our neighbors, our siblings, and they have as many and as diverse needs as you and I do. And we're just here to try and help fulfill those with the support of the community.
Do you think the Olin Center has changed your life?
Changed my life, yeah. Being the next chapter in my life makes me feel good. I want to be here for the rest of my life.
To support the work of the Olin Center and learn more, please visit our website, olincenter.org.
Welcome back, everybody. We are about to get started for some second half action. Lady Bulldogs down by 5 going into the second half. We've seen them come back by much more than that. Back and forth first half. I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you the regular season finale here. Live from Federico Gymnasium in what would be senior night. This senior list Bulldog team, who has put on a good campaign this season. A lot of high points in the season. It does look like they're going to move on and get into the playoffs in some facet or other, and the inbound play by the Falcons works beautifully, and Moran doesn't finish. So the Bulldogs have it. And that pass is picked off. There's a foul against the Falcons. Bulldogs will maintain possession. Quick foul on Cranston West. Fouls have been coming fast and furious here tonight. And inbound just over the top to Pelican. Little pop shot from 2 feet away and good. The deficit down to 3 for this extremely persistent Lady Bulldog basketball squad. They're going to be a real problem to deal with next year. There's no doubt about it. And that takes straight to the hoop, finds a lane and goes. And that's been the attack for Cranston, and it wasn't Moran this time, nevertheless. Gorman with it. Finds Voisinay inside, nice move, can't finish. Long rebound back to Voisinay. Head fake up and in from the baseline. And 29-26 looking to answer quick in the hands of Moran. And she's going to go all the way to the hoop with it from the left. And fouled, she'll go to the free throw line for 2. So she's either drawing the foul or she's finishing generally. And now a few of the other Cranston West Falcons have joined her attack with the straight take. Free throw number 1 is no good. Free throw percentage has not been good for the Falcons. Fortunate for the Bulldogs, so the deficit would be different. And free throw number 2 is off the mark. Long rebound, Varsity grabs it, jump ball. That's going to stay with the Bulldogs. So the answer to Moran, I would say, is get her on the free throw line. Hasn't worked out well for her in the first half. It's just not her night at the moment. So if you can not let her finish. Bulldogs take it. Only down by 3. Hake has it. Looking for space all the way. Late kick. Baseline jumper. Up over the front of the rim. No good. And it comes down in the hands of the Falcons, who press over the top a little too far. They're able to save it. And they start back at the top of the key. And straight to the hoop they go. Up and under. And it's good. From the top of the key to the hoop they go. And the Falcons convert another with that approach. So since the half, the adjustments the Falcons have made, they expanded that attack from just Moran to everybody do it. And there's a whistle, and that is going to be travel, I do believe. And Cranston will take over. So depending on formatting and final seeding, there's a couple play-in games to get into the playoffs. The higher seed of those 2 games will grab an extra home game. But that has to play itself out as the regular season concludes. And is a few days away from being determined. As far as in-bracket play, the Bulldogs would be traveling if they're in. And that's a nice inbound play, speaking of, by Cranston West, forcing an early Westerly timeout. Coach Hake doesn't like how the second half has begun. It looks like offensively, Cranston doing much of the same, having a little bit more success, in fact, as we've seen 2 or 3 players mimic Tedeschi Moran's offensive style. And Coach Hake assuredly trying to draw up something defensively. The score 33-26, quarter number 3, 5:50 to go. Boys senior night, regular season finale, live from Federico Gymnasium tomorrow night, 7 p.m. tip. Tune in a little early for senior night festivities, as there are 6 seniors on the boys team. And they'll be playing a very winnable game. It's tough to say that in Division I either side. That's men or women. There's no easy contests, I've come to see and realize, and that is picked off. Up ahead. Blocked by Pelican, out of bounds. The Falcons will maintain possession. Nice block by Riley Pelican. So a nice play off the timeout by the Falcons. Bulldogs able to hold them. The inbound underneath, back out. Head fake by Moran. She's going to do the runner Off the glass and no good. Bat out of bounds by Varsity, and it's going to stay with Cranston. New shot clock. Up over the top. Baseline, one of the Bulldogs down, leaves an open shot. And fortunately for the Bulldogs, they don't pay, and there's another whistle. And that might just be for player being shook up. Some tough cookies that she's laughing over there. She's all right. Hit the court hard. And Hake has it. Bulldogs want to get the offense in gear here before that deficit grows much more. Varsity has it. Can't find anyone. Hake has it now. To Aruda. Tight defense by the Falcons. Pellegrin. Open. Hake. 3. Baseline. Good. Just what the doctor ordered. 29 on the board for the Bulldogs. Deficit down to 4. Crowd awakens here at Federico Gymnasium. It's going to take a couple plays to get this crowd on their feet. Cranston weaving a little bit, looking for something. Open 3. And they got it. They match and tack on 3, making it 36-29. That's been the story of the season for the Bulldogs, unfortunately. No look pass by Moran, right back to her. Up and no good, but they get their own rebound and a foul this time, and 1. So the Falcons with a chance to really extend and add a 3-point play to things here, as it is 38-29 pending the free throw. Biggest deficit of the day. Pellegrin and Varsity will get a break as Alex Storr and Madison Pellegrino come in. Joined by Ariana Aruda, Lily Gorman, and Sid Hake. Off the mark, Pellegrino knocked to the ground trying to rebound it. That is definitely going to be a foul on the Falcons as the Bulldogs will inbound. Halfway through quarter number 3, a choppy quarter of basketball. Bulldogs unable to find any kind of sustained rhythm offensively. They started with a good rhythm, nice move. Late pass, may have liked to see her go straight to the hoop with it. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs. 24 on the shot clock. Inbound by Storr. Hake has it. Not much room. Uses the Gorman pick. Underneath, Pellegrino is smashed to the ground with what looked like an intentional foul to me. And does get the technical. And that wakes up the crowd a little bit. It may inspire the players a bit. There was definitely no need for that, so she'll get the free throw by herself, and the Bulldogs will get possession back. And maybe that could be enough to shift momentum and energy in this thing. Pellegrino having a great, I don't want to say, but having a great day from the free throw line thus far. She's going to get a couple here. Front end is good. She has been perfect from the line. And her minutes have been very valuable for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs will get possession as well. So a chance to knock down 4, maybe even 5 points off the deficit. And more confusion and delays here. Seeing what they're sorting out. And Pellegrino finally will get her second free throw. Again, nothing like disrupting a rhythm. Anything they can do this entire game has prevented a rhythm. And that bounced off the front and in. 2 for 2, Pellegrino. I think she's something like 5 for 5 from the night, maybe more. Bulldogs cut it down to 7 and will inbound. Big chance here for this Westerly team. They have energy here in the gym. It's been a little while. Hake has it. Trying to get it to Pellegrino, and there's a whistle, and that'll be against the Falcons. So they're tacking up some fouls here in pretty quick succession in the third. That's always a good thing if you're a Bulldog. Aruda will inbound again. Hake with it on the baseline. Underneath, and again they jump, not protecting enough. And the Falcons come away with the steal. Moran with it. Ooh, might have been a travel and was unable to hold the pivot foot and to give it right back to the Bulldogs, and they will take it. In the hand to Hake here. And to the baseline, underneath Pellegrino, cutting, can't quite finish, or hustling. Hake saves it and steals it, gives the Bulldogs another possession. And they get it back into her hands. A shield runner kicks it out the store, and there's a whistle. That's going to be in favor of the Bulldogs. This is an off-the-ball foul by Cranston. Nice pass by Hake. Good ability to get that ball out of her hand before that second foot landed. And she will inbound, but the Bulldogs not far from being in the bonus here early on in this one. And that could most definitely matter. And the inbound pass, they wanted Pellegrino to kick it out the store. And again, Moran jumps the pass. And again, she's whistled for the contact against Aruda. And very frustrated. It looks like this Falcon team slowly starting to be just constant whistles here in the third. There were 3 fouls in the first 30 seconds of the second. Bulldogs with only 2 fouls, that is. Aruda has it. Still looking to cut into that 7. They get it underneath. The same play as last time, same results. This time there is going to be, I believe that's a signal for a jump ball, which will give it to Cranston. But they ran that play 2 times in succession, unable to finish. So we are under 3 in the third. Cranston 38, Westerly 31. Anybody's ball game. Moran with the 3, and that is off the mark. Rebound underneath. Gets ripped away from Gorman's hands, but Hake comes away with it. All over the place right now. Gets the pass, and they're going to whistle a little travel, and they do. Second foot got down that time before the ball got off. So Cranston will take it. As they swing, far side, back to the near side, open 3, number 11, no good, rebound, and Storr gets tied up with it. There's the whistle, and this is going to go to the Bulldogs. We haven't had a minute of continuous action in this quarter, I don't believe. Hake again with it. Hake for 3 in front of the dog pound, no good. And the Bulldogs try to save, unable to do it. Cranston's going to take it. 2-minute mark. Low scoring the third quarter. Off the pick, Hake works through it. All the way to the hoop. Moran up high off the backboard, no good. Rebound, Pellegrino gets it off to Hake, and they push. And she'll reel it around back. Head fake at the free throw line. Pellegrino to the hoop. Taken down from behind. And the Bulldogs will maintain possession. And to the free throw line she could go, but I don't think she's going to get credit for the shot. So they're just going to inbound. And they can't have too many more here. Inbound to Hake. To the floor she goes. Gorman ends up with it. Dangerous pass, Seltzer hauls it in. Back to Hake. Open three deep, and that is short. And that is going to go out of bounds, and the Falcons are going to take it. So both teams have gone cold here in the past few minutes of a game that makes it difficult for these players to get into a rhythm. There's a whistle every 30 seconds. To the hoop they go, the runner, and it falls. For Cranston, 40-31, 9-point deficit, a minute to go, quarter number 3. Rafferty gets rid of it, Seltzer, back to Gorman. Underneath to a cutting Pellegrino, there's a whistle. It was an early whistle. 16 fouls on Cranston, I do believe. So the Bulldogs are going to enjoy the majority of the fourth, it looks like, in the bonus. And the Bulldogs lose it on the inbound. And away go the Falcons. Moran stops off the backboard and in. And that makes it an 11-point deficit for the Bulldogs. And we are under a minute, approaching the half-minute mark. Shot clock still on. Rafferty swings it. Gorman underneath. Passes to Pellegrino, and they score. Nice play by the Bulldogs underneath. Way to convert and get it under 10. Falcons can hold. Shot clock is off. Quarter number 3 all within the books. Moran loses it, comes back up with it, kicks it back out. 10 seconds to go here. And the runner with a late whistle. Of course, a late whistle. I should set it to the free throw line, depending, and it does. She's going to get 2 free throws with 5 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. 6 fouls for Cranston, 3 fouls for the Bulldogs, team fouls. No free throws, inbound correction. And Moran has it, backs up, 5 seconds to go, gives it away. Deep 3, not much planned for that possession. I wonder sometimes. And that's going to do it for 3 quarters. After 3, the Cranston West Falcons 42, the Bulldogs 33. We'll be back in a few. Welcome back. 4th quarter action just ahead as the ladies take the court. Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you all the Bulldogs action here. This is the regular season finale. Federico Gymnasium regular season finale on the schedule in its entirety. I'm not sure how the playoffs are broken down. It does look like that there'll be an appearance or a play-in game or something. If any of that occurs at Federico Gymnasium, it'll be up on the site, probably in the area of Wednesday. The here and now, Bulldogs, 8 minutes left, trail by 9. A win would make a big difference as far as an opportunity, at least to most likely travel, but get into the playoffs. The 6 teams win a game of each other in the bottom third of the division. You got the top third that's nearly untouchable, and then the middle that just battles all year. And that deep 3 is no good, but they rip down the offensive rebound. Rafferty reaches in and forces the jump. Scrappy play by Kate Rafferty, and that is going to stay with the Bulldogs. And we have a timeout on the floor. Just 30 seconds in to this fourth quarter of a game that really has not been any long periods of play in a row. The clock has been stopped continuously, and peculiar timing for a timeout. Obviously, someone saw something and wanted to get it across to their players here as soon as possible. Time is running out, down by 9, 7.5 to go, certainly. Like I said, this would be senior night, but this girls' team doesn't have any seniors. They've played a tough schedule, and they have played tough all year long. They are scrappy. They have gotten better. They have played 4 full quarters, sometimes overtime, every time they've taken the court. And there's still excitement to go in this one. Hake has it. And they swing, trying to get underneath. There's nothing there. They get it to Pelican, who gets it even further under to Gorman. And that is strong. Falcons have the rebound. And top of the key, head down. They kick it back out. Number 3 with a jump stop, and that's no good. And they get the offensive rebound again. That's no good. Another offensive rebound. That's no good. Can't do that if you're a Bulldog, and they're trapped. And they get the steal. Cranston on attack here early in the fourth, and they missed that one too. And a foul from behind against the Falcons. Falcons got about 5 attempts there. Fortunately for the Bulldogs, they missed all 5. But that's not going to happen the majority of the time. That puts the Bulldogs in the bonus, so they'll hit the free throw line. They got to make this work out for them. This is going to be 1-1, so a chance at 2, but you got to make first. Kate Rafferty at the line, only a sophomore for the Bulldogs. Multi-sport athlete, as most of these ladies are. Rebound, Pelican, big one, up off the glass and in, and they get there too. And kick out, deep 3. And that doesn't go, and rebound knocked out of bounds by the Falcons. Bulldogs should have it, and they do. A chance to cut in, Pelican to inbound. Cranston backs off, no press. Bulldogs crowd wakens. Varsity with it. Out of bounds it goes. Wisely throws it off a defender. And the Bulldogs will inbound from the near side. Hake with it. Varsity dribbles, finds space underneath, nice look to Hake. And she weaves her way between 4 players somehow. Has to give it away. Varsity finds her way up and under, can't finish. Nice moves, so all season long we've seen these flashes of brilliance and unable to finish there. Moran takes it, that scoop, fouled, 2 free throws. So far tonight, that's been the answer in defending Tedeschi Moran, and that is to put her to the charity stripe. Two free throws upcoming. 7-point ball game. Time ticking away. Front end, no good. Ariana Aruda enters the game. Live and off the mark, misses both, but the Falcons get the rebound after fortunate enough to have 2 missed free throws. No rush, the Falcons in, and they're going to go from the top and they swing it. They maintain possession on that sloppy pass cross court to Moran. And crossover gets tied up. He ties her up, and they end up with, again, same shot clock. And there's a whistle, and that is going to be against the Falcons, who are very animated and against the call. Bulldogs happy, crowd happy. Bulldogs got to inbound, but they got to score more importantly. They're going to get here to the free throw line, and every which one is important. Every which one you can chip away here. Tomorrow night, tip-off, 7 p.m. Senior night for the boys, folks. Their regular season finale. Same deal for them. Same idea, the play-in situation possibility. If either squad just gets in directly, then they'll be on the road, both squads. And I don't know that it's a guarantee either way. Hake has it, kicked out of bounds by the defense. Bulldogs to inbound, 5:19, fourth quarter. Hake with it. Pellegrin, kick out, 3, Aruda, bang, short. Knocked out, nice save, stolen by Hake. Looked good to me, but couldn't get over the rim. That three-point attempt. I wanted it to go, I was willing it in, folks. And Aruda will inbound for the Bulldogs. Around comes Hake for it. Back to Aruda, again a 3. This time it is good, I waited to call it. Nails it this time. 38-42, we got a 4-point ball game. 5 minutes to go. Momentum on the side of Westerly. They have stymied the Cranston offense here in the fourth. They're in the bonus, open 3, near side. Doesn't go, follows up, and Hake ends up with it. Pushes it up ahead. And it is good. Varsity for the Bulldogs. 2-point game here at Federico Gymnasium, and the gym is alive. Moran spin move, kick out, looking for any answer at the moment. Falcons stayed idle for too long and stripped on her way up. Foul called. Jump ball called, correction. So the Bulldogs are going to get it. So momentum on the side of Westerly. They've hung around in every game all year to the best of this team's ability, and here they are again as the fourth quarter closes. That's going to stay with the Bulldogs. No, they lose possession on the far side. That's a nice steal by the Falcons. Halfway through the fourth, 4:09 to go. 2-point ball game here. Season finale, regular season finale. Federico Gymnasium. Why wouldn't the regular season end this way? Their season's been such a back and forth, hard-fought season. Absolutely no game easy. Baseline 3, open, converts. Falcons hit and answer, and their bench is excited. 5-point spread. Hake has it. Pellegrin turns, kicks out. Aruda 3. And it spins out, doesn't go, and the rebound Falcons. And they get up ahead of the Bulldogs. Defense too far, they turn it over. The Bulldogs get it back for free. Maybe a little bit of nerves on the court here, 3.5 to go. Major mass substitution, side change by the Falcons. Aruda's going to inbound to Hake here, 45-43, 28 to go. Quarter number 4. And what is turning into one to remember for this season finale. Hake on the baseline. Thought Varsity was going to cut. She did not. Pass directly to the Falcons. They go to the hoop with it and blocked by Aruda and whistled. Thought she got it clean. 2 free throws upcoming. The Leafs make them earn it. They have the fouls to give. So I like the approach. Don't give them the free 2. Cranston has not been good from the free throw line. Front end is good. Live on the release here, we have a 6-point ball game. In comes Madison Pellegrino for the Bulldogs. And it is up and off the mark. Pellegrino with the rebound. And that gets to Hake. Back to Pellegrin. Varsity, kick out. Hake, 3. Far side, no good. Rebound off the hands of Pellegrino, who fell awkwardly but pops up, and it's going to stay with the Bulldogs. Garuda set to inbound. Hake, Voisinay, Pellegrino, and Peliquin in the line. Peliquin, that quick high pass, only she can reach, and just over tiptoes, quick jump. Second time they've used it. Great inbound play. Great call. Bulldogs within 4. Under 3 minutes to go. And Cranston just wants his clock to tick because things aren't clicking offensively. Cross court, Moran, open 3. Off the mark. Peliquin ends up with it, turns around, defenders there to steal. Shot's no good, another chance, and a whistle. This might send a Falcon to the free throw line, and it will. Again, rather see them have to earn it from there, where their percentages here tonight are much lower. So this young Bulldog team, it's been an up and down season. It's been a grueling season for these young ladies. They have had a tough season, some tough teams, and to be without a senior on your squad and to have had the season they've had and continue to progress and get better, fight all 4 quarters in every game. Several bright marks on the season. A couple rivalry victories versus Charahoe. Great showing in the credit union tournament. JV champions in the credit union tournament. A nice recent little 3-game winning streak. I mean, the list really does go on. If they can cap this off somehow, regardless, the effort that they have put forth here, beyond commendable. And here we go, off the miss. Charity stripe's been a nightmare for the Falcons. Let's see if it cost them. Voisinay, open 3, connects, and the Bulldogs trail by 1 with 2:20 to go. All momentum. I'm shocked there's no timeout on the part of Cranston West. Coach making them work through it. Open 3, number 11, doesn't answer, it's long. The long rebound goes to the Falcons. It's going to pop another open 3. Off the backboard and in, couldn't have meant it, counts all the same. Bulldogs up ahead. 4-point game underneath the Pellegrino. She's fouled, she's going to go to the free throw line for 2, where she has been perfect here tonight. This Bulldog team, no hesitation. No hesitation when that banked home. And 3-pointer from that angle, high off the backboard. That's a tough one to plan on, but nevertheless, no matter the adversity, this Bulldog team keeps chugging, and it is good. Ice in her veins as a freshman from the free throw line. 3-point game, 1:48 to go. Up and in. Absolutely perfect from the line. 2-point game, $1:46 to go. In the middle, jumper blocked. Little contact, no whistle. Another block by the Bulldogs. And Hake comes away with it, 2 blocks. And that's a blocking call on D against the Falcons. Hake is going to go to the free throw line with a chance to tie this thing with $1:33 to go. Two free throws. Front end is, in and out. She can bring it down to 1. And this Cranston West coach making his team really play through it as this lead has diminished. Has not tried to interrupt the Bulldogs' persistence and momentum at all. And I do think that's been costly, as well as their free throw percentage. That's really why the Bulldogs are still in this thing. Second free throw is up and in. 1-point ball game from 13 points down in the second half all the way back to a 1-point game. Moran has it for the Falcons, and she has gone cold in the second half. She's going to go over to the hoop with it, gets fouled on her way up. Will she get credit? 1-and-1 she will head to the line for, as they are in the penalty. Not having a good night from the line. The Bulldogs seemingly employed the strategy of foul her if she goes for it, make her earn it from the stripe, and she hasn't been able to do so. Front end is no good. Rebound aggressively taken by Varsity. 1 point game, Bulldogs ball. They can take the lead, folks. And that's why coaches preach free throws. Defense is tight. Far side knocked out of bounds off of the Falcons. And the Bulldogs will maintain possession. It looks like we have a timeout on the court. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Quarter number 4. Final game of the season for both squads whose playoff future is uncertain. It's irrelevant, really, to these women right now. I promise you that. They want to finish their season with a win, especially at home here for these Westerly girls who have fought all year long. They were down 13 points, folks, just 1 quarter ago, and they've done this so many times this year. Fight all the way back, fight all the way back. And they would sure love to end this regular season campaign on the top end of this battle. This team has not quit all season long. Who comes out of the timeout with a better plan and who executes it better? This production brought to you in part by the Wireless Zone, your Verizon authorized retailer. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer owner Shane Berlanger. We have Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly.live, Westerly.radio, bringing you Lady Bulldog basketball action season finale, folks. And man, have they brought it all year, and they brought the fireworks here tonight. This no-quit squad is going to be a nightmare to deal with next year, as they will combine size, speed, and experience next year. Here we go. A $1.09 right now is all that matters. Aruda to inbound. 1 point deficit. Baseline to get it to Pelican, and she gets it ripped away, and that is going to be called a jump ball, and it is going to go to the Falcons, who will get possession out of the timeout. The Bulldogs will get the next one, but to lose possession that quick is not what the plan was. And I don't see the arrow changing on the scoreboard. There we go. So Moran has it. Both teams in the bonus. Possession arrow, Bulldogs. 1 point deficit. To the hoop they go, whistle. And it's going to be an offensive foul, and none other than the freshman Madison Pellegrino gets her feet planted and takes the hit. What a performance here tonight by the freshman. Perfect from the free throw line, and that's the difference. Cranston West struggling. Their best players struggling from the free throw line. Bulldogs again trail only by 1 with possession, under a minute to go. 54 seconds. And Hake will take it, cross midcourt. Voisinay for 3. Just off the front of the rim, long rebound. Pelican secures it. Back to Voisinay. Hake has it. Gets around the defender from right about the free throw line. No good. Rebounds long. Pellegrino with it. Can't finish. Knocked out of bounds, and the Bulldogs will retain possession. 4 chances, no good. They got it back. Fresh shot clock. 36.4 to go. Trailing by 1. Aruda the inbound. They want it underneath. They found a player on the ground. Pellegrino's jumper, no good. Pelican fighting for the rebound. She slides out of bounds with it. What's the call? I think it's going to go to the Falcons more than likely, and it does. 30.8 to go, no shot clock. So if you're the Bulldogs, you play tight as D as possible, and eventually you may have to foul, but that's not a terrible thing. These Falcons are talking about not shooting right now. I can watch their gestures. Just run out the clock. If the Bulldogs put them at the free throw line, they're not doing very well from there, so that definitely would be the approach. And I would try to, I hate to say it, but get it in the hands of Moran. And the inbound. Bulldogs press and a whistle. And it's going to be a Westerly timeout on the court. Final adjustments, half a minute to go, folks. 1 point game. It's been as much as 13. Bulldogs haven't led since they had a 10-8 advantage. It is now 49-48. Possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs. Both teams in the penalty. 31 ticks to go. This is it for the 2022-2023 regular season campaign for these Lady Bulldogs in front of a home crowd. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. tip. Expect the same excitement. Season finale for the boys. Senior night, they got 6 of them. Junior night here tonight for the ladies, and they're putting on a show. They really are. Along with the contribution of freshman Madison Pellegrino, which certainly can't be overlooked. And certainly her ability to remain calm at the free throw line as a freshman in some pressure-packed situations. Last game of the year, still earning your way and having no problem doing so. So the Bulldogs on defense look for the turnover and try to force the ball into the hands of the person they want at the free throw line, which more than likely is going to be the person that the Falcons don't want, and it's right there. I would have fouled to get it up ahead. They're still working defensively to foul number 3. That's Kyla Bucco, freshman. I guess if you're going to foul someone that freshman's a good foul. So to the free throw line, 1-1, number 3, starter as a freshman. Only freshman starter. Peliquin and Pellegrino down low. Live on the release. 23 ticks to go, and it's good. 2-point game. That's why I would have fouled it a second earlier. Miranda had the ball, and she was working it up the court. Gave you an opportunity. Live on the release here. It is up, and it is good. Makes both. So instead of that early foul, he fouls one and drains both. Down 3. 20 seconds to go. Hake to the corner. She is fouled. Timeout called by Coach Hake. One final offensive play call here. Well, we say that. It could be an extra session. It's 18 seconds is an extremely long time in high school basketball, as we have seen. Well, will the Bulldogs draw up as they have possession, trailing only by 3? I can't help but look back to who they fouled, knowing that there was a couple players struggling from the line here tonight. But nevertheless, a nice job by Kyla Bucco, only a freshman, much like Madison Pellegrino. She has some freshman contributions on both sides here tonight. Coach Hake drawing up what she hopes could put her team into an overtime position. Who knows if there's enough time after that, maybe it'll win position here. There's the buzzer, and the ladies about to take the court for the final seconds of what has been fireworks here at Federico Gymnasium for the regular season finale. Aruda will inbound for the Bulldogs. They can take it strong, hope to get fouled and make. They can shoot a 3. Guazanet clears open, they get it to Hake. Aruda back to Hake, far side 3. And it is off the mark, and there's a foul in the far side. Hake was fouled. Was it on the follow-through or on the floor? 2 points. It's going to be a 2-shot foul as she had landed. Nevertheless, an absolute killer if you're a Falcon. You definitely did not want to see that after the shot miss. 13.4 to go, and she may get a 1-point ball game. Front end is long. A little confusion set up here. 13.4 to go. 3-point game. These girls all year long have given everything you could have possibly asked and left it all on the court every single game. Second one short, rebound, Bulldogs. Pelican going to go right back up with it, and it's blocked, no whistle. Surprisingly, and then they're going to call Pellegrino on the push, which will put the Falcons to the line with 8 seconds to go and an opportunity to all but really put a nail in it, at least start tacking it in. All the Falcons will lay back. One free throw makes it a 2-possession game, and with 8.9 ticks to go, although not impossible, very difficult. Front end here is up and good. She'll get a second 4-point game. And despite all the Bulldogs' best efforts, couldn't quite eclipse the mountain. It seems like sometimes the deficits just got that 1 or 2 or 3 points too much. Lazane with an open 3 on the other end, and it is good. Bangs the 3, 52-51, but the clock has ticked out, and this one is over. Boy, did this Bulldog team, that last shot by Juliana Lazane really does cap up this Bulldog team and the effort they put forth all season long to the absolute final buzzer where a three-pointer was drained. 52-51 final. What a great regular season. Again, there's a chance there's another game here at Federico Gymnasium. That's after the season's all sorted out. You'll find out all that stuff on the website. But tomorrow night, the boys' regular season finale, senior night, tip-off 7 p.m. Stay tuned. We'll be there. Signing off, folks.